A very good evening, welcome to Champions League Live for our second game of the night, and it is a huge one at Anfield. Liverpool looking to come from a goal deficit from the first leg against a Galatasaray side who've already beaten Liverpool twice this season, but they've both been in Turkey, and Liverpool will host Galatasaray for the first time tonight, hoping that they can book their place in the last 8 of the Champions League. Alongside that, two other fixtures alongside it. Bayern Munich taking a 6-1 lead back to Munich with them against Atalanta. A massively tall order for the Italian side there to find anything out of that game. And a big comeback needed from Spurs as they take Atletico Madrid back to North London. But with a 5-2 lead for Atleti means they are, well, pole position for a last 8 position. But stranger things have happened in the Champions League, and you never know. Already tonight, as you've seen, Barcelona win 7-2 against Newcastle in the second leg of that game after a 1-1 draw in the first leg. So Barca through to the last 8, along with Real Madrid, PSG, Arsenal and Sporting. But which 3 teams will join them? Liverpool looking to come from behind against Galatasaray, as are Spurs and as are Atalanta against their respective leaders. But it can go any which way in the Champions League, and we'll find out over the next hour and a half, 2 hours or so, who will make up the final 3 spots in the quarter-finals. Of course, the winner of this tie will play the reigning European champions in the quarter-finals. Liverpool faced PSG this time last season, and they were knocked out in the second leg of their round of 16 tie against PSG on penalties. Galatasaray, different proposition for Liverpool tonight, but the similar theme is the task. Win and get through to the last 8, something they couldn't do the last time around under Arne Slot. Let's have a look at the 2 teams then, starting with Liverpool. Alisson is in goal. A back 4 of Jeremy Frimpong, who starts at right back tonight. Ibrahim Konate comes back into the side alongside Virgil van Dijk, as does Milos Kerkez at left back. Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai, a much more familiar looking midfield for Liverpool. Florian Wirtz off the left, Salah off the right, and Ugo Ekitike leading the Liverpool line. Quite a few changes, strengthening this Liverpool side from what was a pretty unusual starting 11 against Spurs at the weekend. On the bench, Mamardashvili, Woodman, Gomez, Robertson, Nalo, Nyoni, Jones, Morrison, Gakpo, Ungamoa and Chiesa. Well, for Galatasaray, who've already beaten Liverpool twice this season, as I said, in the Champions League, both by a 1-0 scoreline, but both were in Turkey. A big task to come here and complete the job in a 2-legged tie against the Reds. They start with Çakır in goal. Bowie, Singo, Bardakci and Jakobs in the back 4. Torreira, Lamina and Sara in midfield, with Yilmaz and Çalhanoğlu in the wings, and Victor Osimhen leading the Galatasaray line. On the bench for the Turkish side, Güvenç, Sen, Ayhan, El Mali, Sane, Akgün, Kutucu, Gunpuz, Asprilla, Gundogan, Lang and Mauro Icardi. It's Liverpool against Galatasaray for a place in the quarter-finals. Anfield has had many a big European comeback. This one maybe not the most pinnacle, but certainly one they need to do to book a place in the quarter-finals. But not an easy task, and a Galatasaray side who really seem to have Liverpool's number this season. Kick-off at Anfield, as it is at the Allianz Arena and at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in our 3 8 o'clock kick-offs. They're underway next. A very good evening. Welcome to Champions League Live for our second watch-along of the evening, as we keep up to date with all of the Champions League fixtures to round off the round of 16. And it is Anfield, the venue of our second game. Liverpool with the job to do and the work to do to progress. They get us underway, kicking towards the Anfield Road end in the first half, as is tradition for Liverpool. And as I said, that 1-goal deficit from the first leg, of which they've to overcome. And this tie was the topping and tailing of this round of 16. They were the first two teams to get into action in the round of 16. And they will be the last two teams we will watch in the round of 16. Which one of the two will make it to the last 8? Liverpool have been really all over the place recently, unable to garner any sort of consistency this season under Arne Slot after what was an incredible first season under the Dutchman. But it has been second season syndrome for Liverpool under their European coach, and hoping for more European successes this season are Liverpool, of course. As I said, knocked out by the reigning European champions at this stage last season. That's a lovely ball in behind towards Ekitike, who got his header but couldn't help out and keep it. And Sacha Boey under a bit of pressure here by the Frenchman. Boey did well to get out of the trouble. Liverpool on the press. Ultimately, though, foul going against the home side. And that's the perfect introduction to our referee, Simon Marciniak from Poland. He's our referee this evening. Here is Czechir. Right to the far side, looking for Sacha Boey, just overhead it. Kerkez is pressed, but Boey under pressure. Will be a Liverpool throw down the left. Well, a real call from the crowd to more energy in this Liverpool team, and there's more commitment from the players. Sloppy performances, wrong decisions, in the wrong moments. It's just been a calamity of issues for Liverpool this season. Just no consistency whatsoever in their play. Here's Szoboszlai, and that's a lovely ball through to Salah. Salah comes back onto his left and runs into trouble, goes down, kept alive though. Szoboszlai. Now Kerkez finds Ekitike. Ekitike trying to curl one. Curl it wide of the goal. Applauded by the home crowd, who were quite vocal with their booing at the end of the game against Spurs at the weekend. Yeah, lovely ball by Szoboszlai, finds Salah. Salah just chopped back in, feel it maybe just took the sting out of the attack, but they kept it alive, Liverpool. Frimpong and Wirtz trying to win it back and created a chance for Ugo Ekitike to shoot from the edge of the area. On the back of it. Oh, that was weak from Czechir. Kicks it straight out of play from the goal kick there. Don't want to give Liverpool momentum. Remember, no Galatasaray fans in the stadium tonight. So it is 100% of a red persuasion. Gravenberch's ball towards Ekitike. Cleared away well. Kerkez wrestling to win the ball back, and he's going to get the free kick there, the Hungarian. Did well there against Roland Szoboszlai. Of course, two international teammates. Milos Kerkez and Roland Szoboszlai. And free kick here for Liverpool. I'll actually try and get the... I'll get the Spurs match on to my side. Although we watched that last week, and it was horrendous for Tottenham. But we will have that on to the side. Keep an eye on it. Big game in North London. Szoboszlai with this Liverpool free kick, right-footed, flicked on by McAllister, but couldn't make anything of it there. Liverpool, as Szoboszlai beaten to the ball first time there. But no room to manoeuvre there for Galatasaray, and Liverpool win the throw-in. Szoboszlai again losing out. little bit annoyed there, the travelling manager, Okan Buruk. That's a lovely ball in behind here for Weerts. First time flick finds Kerkez. Right to Weerts again. Ekitike, Weerts. Quick short passes for Liverpool. On the edge of the Galatasaray box. A bit of more fluidity there. Weerts going for the cross, blocked by Bowie. Picked up by Kerkez. Back to McAllister. Cross now to Konate. Drifting forward the centre back. Konate drifting towards goal. Salah. Out wide it goes to Frimpong. Frimpong trying to battle past his man. He got the better of his man, and actually the foul's going to go against Jeremy Frimpong here. It's a little harsh, in my opinion. Yeah, they're both battling for the ball. Yeah, Barış Yilmaz a little bit fortunate there to get away with that. Yeah, I don't think that's a foul, in my opinion. Shakir will take this Galatasaray free kick. A positive start though from Liverpool. Good early energy. Konate winning his header. Bounced back the way it was headed away though by Konate, and a wrestle between Frimpong and Yilmaz. That battle will continue all night, I suspect. Although Liverpool will rescue for a throw in their own half. No, it's all about doing the little things right for Liverpool, I suspect, tonight. Well, actually, I did say Simon Marciniak was the referee. I did wonder, because it didn't look like the man I remember being called Simon Marciniak. He's actually, I think, been injured in the warm-up, and that's why he's the fourth official. So the fourth official is the referee, in a sense. The man who's meant to be the fourth official is the referee. And the referee he was meant to be is the fourth official. Whatever issue that was caused the swap. Oh, beautiful touch by Sarah there. Konate did well enough defensively to recover, but it's a threat Liverpool need to be wary of. Van Dijk with a long ball forward towards Ekitike, getting 1v1 with his defender. Dragged down there, Ekitike wanted a foul. Referee said it was a fair challenge between the two. Liverpool win it back quickly. Weerts, edge of the box. Trying to tiptoe through players, but couldn't quite find a way through. Gravenberch retrieves. Crowd happy with their team's intensity so far, though. McAllister. Trying to feed it down the right channel. A little bit loose towards Salah. Weerts and Salah right on it to win it back. Galatasaray forced into the long clearance. Although the referee's going to give a foul there. Konate deeming to have fouled Victor Osimhen. I mean, I think again that's harsh. I mean, Konate getting physical with Victor Osimhen. I don't think he did much wrong. Osimhen playing up a little bit, I think, here. He is down, in pain. Maybe did hurt himself, but I don't think Konate did very much wrong. Just commanded his area, really. Ooh. Well, he's receiving some treatment here, Victor Osimhen. Some action in the Spurs game. And Atletico thought they'd taken the lead on the night, I believe. They thought they'd got the opener, but VAR ruling it out for offside in the build-up, so no goal. But already Spurs under pressure right from the off there. A lot to do, Spurs. 3 goals down from the first leg, 5-2 deficit to overcome. It is a real tall order for Igor Tudor's side. But a team who got a point out of Liverpool at Anfield on Sunday might feel that there's some confidence brewing in this team and maybe need something of a miracle. Well, Victor Osimhen is still down, so he must be genuinely hurt. Well, he's kicking off now, Victor Osimhen. Really kicking off. He's not happy with whatever someone said to him. And he's really ready to go at somebody here, Victor Osimhen. He's sprung from the ground quite quickly. He's just trying to settle Victor Osimhen. He has to go off the field, and boos ring around Anfield in direction of the Galatasaray striker. But clearly Victor Osimhen was unhappy with something that was said to him, or he thought was said to him. Took real umbrage to it, but the crowd lapping that up and using it as energy to support their team. Remember, it's quite a unique situation that Liverpool have no one to sing against tonight, really. Again, at Anfield, no travelling fans means it's a cacophony of Liverpool supporting noise. Kirkes did well there to cut back to find Virgil van Dijk, and the game gets back underway with Osimhen on the sideline, waiting to return to play. Konate, first time ball in behind, Salah and Frimpong to chase. Salah keeps it in and Frimpong picks it up. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Van Dijk. McAllister drifting forward in the tight spaces, finds Gravenberch. Back across to McAllister, now Szoboszlai. Now Virgil van Dijk arriving towards the edge of the final third. Vates' cross deflected. Well defended as it's cleared away. Oh, picked up by Kirkes, who won it back fairly. A little bit loose there from Ekitike. There was the ball changing hands quite quickly here. Ekitike wins it back, shoots from range. Right down the throat of the goalkeeper, but the energy, I have to say, from Liverpool so far, the intensity to win the ball back, it's... Look at this, the desire to give Galatasaray no time or space on the ball. Ekitike quick to get a shot off, albeit right down the throat of the goalkeeper, but a crowd that are enjoying what they've seen of their team so far and their intentions in the first 12 minutes. Long clearance by Shaqiri, out to Sacha Boey. Chested it down and deemed to have kept it in that time. Vates trying to use his physicality, and albeit the referee's actually going to pull it back for a foul on Sacha Boey. Now he's in pain. Arne Slot really vocal so far in the first 13 minutes of this match against some of the what he probably feels is a little bit harsh calls of fouls. Direct ball through the middle there, easily lapped up by Alisson. Konate, Frimpong. Alisson will pump it long, finds Szoboszlai in the middle, and space here down the right hand side. Plays it back to Konate as Galatasaray try and apply their press. Konate tries to get rid up the fields. Radakci with the half clearance that loops up. A beautiful touch, but Ekitike and Kirkes right on the back of it, and McAllister battling to win the ball back. A real physical tussle between the two sets of players so far in this game. Frimpong getting in a big tussle in the air, but it's broke for Liverpool here as the ball through there was poor. Broke it down. Sacha Boey will retrieve, but options galore. There's another player down here for Galatasaray. That's the third player that's gone down in the first 13 minutes. And Mario Lemina is the one that's down after a collision with Jeremy Frimpong. I mean, they both clashed there. I mean, it's been a physical tussle so far. Galatasaray have, so far from what I've seen, haven't really been ready for that sort of physical tussle in the first 14 minutes, because they've gone down quite a few times. Making a lot of this situation that Simon Marciniak is off the field, meant to be the referee tonight. Had to swap places with the fourth official for whatever reason, but Will that change the way this game kind of plays out? A referee of no disrespect, but very little experience in terms of this level. Maybe too high for UEFA's feelings. They be the referee right from the off, but again, you can't use excuses like that. It's not something you use. But it is an interesting, unique factor to this game. That's quite a few unique little qualities to this game this evening. Here's Szoboszlai. Virgil van Dijk. Pings one out to the left. Beautifully taken in by Kierkegaard. Wirtz. Szoboszlai. A bit sloppy there from Szoboszlai. Loose with his pass, but Gravenberch in to win the challenge, as was Kierkegaard, who did very well there to win the ball. Gravenberch. Out to the right for Frimpong. Can't find a way through to Salah, has to go back to Konate. Konate will switch it to the left, looking for Ekitike. Took a good first touch and strong defending there. And it's actually going to be a foul. Another free kick going against Liverpool. Ekitike feeling it was a little hard done by, but we see this. Great diagonal by Konate, well onside Ekitike. Bowie isolated again, and Ekitike with the first touch, and then a little late there from Ekitike, but nice play though. Another frustrating point for Arne Slot. He's got a very frustrated figure. Not for his own team's performance, but for a few of the decisions that have gone against his team in the first 15 minutes. Well closed down as McAllister tries to go first time in behind for Salah, who was on the chase, but easy retrieve by Shakir, who knocks long. Konate with the header. Picked up in the middle by Sarah. Kierkegaard brings it down, finds Wirtz. Try to find Ekitike in behind, but not on the same page there, those two. Pressure on Shakir again, who has the time and space to play the nice ball into the middle. Bowie. Szoboszlai. Galatasaray, who've been unable to really live with Liverpool so far. A lot of pressure. Not many goalmouth moments though to this point. Been more of a wrestling for possession between the two teams to this point. Nice stop-start for 16 minutes. Here's Salah. Off Wirtz. Salah to Frimpong. Frimpong cuts it back. Vlochi and Wirtz to the byline looking for the cutback. Ekitike headed cleared away. Gravenberch trying to swing at it and hooked clear for the throw, but again, with bodies throwing themselves at the ball in red shirts, exciting the crowd. The commitment so far, I have to say, from Liverpool has been impeccable. Gravenberch. Salah. Wirtz to McAllister. Oshiman's down again here. Just back on his feet, but in a real bit of an issue here. Victor Osimhen not able to really play to his full strengths at the moment. A major concern for Galatasaray. Here is Gravenberch. Salah. Gravenberch. Nice diagonal play. Finding Wirtz. Frimpong with a cutback, no one on the spot there, and Torreira heads it back to his goalie. But again, nice little 1-2s from Liverpool. Just need to find that final opportunity, that shooting chance. It's been lacking so far. The possession, the build-up play has been nice, but lacking a clear goalmouth action so far to this point. But a long way to go. Still goalless in the other two ties as well. At 8 o'clock, Bayern Munich 0, Atalanta 0, but Bayern are 6-1 up on aggregate. And goalless in North London between Spurs and Atletico Madrid. But it is 5-2 to Atleti on aggregate there. Alisson on clearance. Flicked on by Ekitike, beautifully taken in by Wirtz, who's got Salah in behind, but he went it wide to Ekitike. Has to come back in field, finds McAllister. Szoboszlai to McAllister, a little short there by Szoboszlai, but McAllister makes it work. Frimpong down the right, McAllister across. Cleared away by Bardakci. And now it's Lucas Torreira who's down, clutching at his right ankle, claiming he was fouled this time. See it here. I mean, there's nothing in that. Nothing in that at all. I mean, Alexis McAllister going for the ball. He gets the ball away. They both kind of collide, but it's not a foul. It's just 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I mean, it's just a bit silly. He's having the magic spray put on it. Lucas Torreira. And Victor Osimhen will have time to relay to his manager what his problem has been so far. You know, the real issue with that right forearm for Victor Osimhen, it's causing him such pain so far. As the 20-minute mark comes around, Anfield stands to applaud and remember the great Diogo Jota, who graced this pitch many's a time in this competition and will never be forgotten. A lovely noise inside Anfield. McAllister to Weerts. Weerts looking for a shooting chance, and when he did get the shot off, way into the Anfield Road ends, and the stand behind the goal. Goal kick. Poor connection there from Florian Weerts, really. Well, Osimhen is on the field again, but has had his trials and tribulations so far with that right arm, and it's still causing him problems. Still clutching at it. He's certainly not at his full capacity here, Victor Osimhen. A little short on his pass, but Szoboszlai slipped a little bit trying to keep it alive for Liverpool. Guided wide to Sacha Boey. Has to go back the way to Singo. Singo going for the ball over the top. Nancy wins the header. Brought down by McAllister, but couldn't keep it there, Liverpool, for the moment. Bardakci finds it out to the left-hand side. Bit of possession here for Galatasaray. Torreira fires it out to the left, but too much on that one for Barış Yilmaz. And that's going to be a Liverpool throw. You know, when they have got on the ball so far, albeit a rarity, in the first 22 minutes, Galatasaray, they've really struggled to string anything together. Salah taking it down nicely, but Ekitike a little bit hesitant to make the move before the ball was played. Put him on the back foot. That Liverpool attack breaks down again. It's final move just not quite clicking for Liverpool to the moment, but their pressure has been quite strong so far, their press, which has been a real issue for Liverpool this season, a lack of real cohesion with their press on more than one occasion. Van Dijk, over the top it goes, bypassing the midfield. Ekitike gets the break of the ball here down the left. Goes for the switch ball. Beautifully taken in by Frimpong. Snatched upon, but picked up by Salah. Gravenberch to Salah. We'll play it across to Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool moving the ball well. Still needing to find that edge. Weerts to Frimpong. Frimpong drops for Salah. The heavy touch from Salah. Allowed it back to Çakır. Again, they're moving it nicely, Liverpool. Once again, it's just to that final third when they enter in and around the box. It's where it's just kind of fallen away from them so far, but positive foundations. Weerts tried to find Salah in behind. Nice idea, just a little short in the execution. Gravenberch, fair challenge. Frimpong, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. Now McAllister, shot blocked. Now Weerts, shot deflected. That'll be a corner. Better from Liverpool though. That's going to be first corner of the game. Yeah, McAllister's strike just bounced back into the path of Weerts, who strode onto it as he arrived into the box, had a strike of his own. This one deflected wide for the Liverpool corner on the right-hand side. Konate and Van Dijk both arriving on the scene. Alexis McAllister to take the corner, right-hand side. McAllister goes short to the edge of the box. Szoboszlai fires Liverpool in front on the night and level in the tie. Dominic Szoboszlai. Who else for Liverpool this season but him? He fired Liverpool in front against Spurs at the weekend from a great set-piece moment. Well, this one, a cute corner to the edge of the box. Fired in by Dominic Szoboszlai. Liverpool 1, Galatasaray 0 on the night. 1-1 on the tie. Again, short corner to the edge of the box. Again, no one tracks Szoboszlai. No one spots the threat, the danger. And he catches it so sweetly. Beautiful from Dominic Szoboszlai. Oh, spinning away from the goalkeeper. It is sweet from the Hungarian. And Dominic Szoboszlai has been Liverpool's star man this season. A cut above the rest. And my goodness, he makes the impact once again. Liverpool 1, Galatasaray 0 on the night, as I said. 1-1 on aggregate. And that goal that Liverpool knew they needed to get, knew they needed to score first in this tie, in this game tonight. And they have. And Dominic Szoboszlai, I mean, it's all well and good, the goal, but the finish, the contact, the strike, it's so perfect. Absolutely glorious. But it's just a gorgeous finish. Absolutely gorgeous. Fabulous. And that's got the crowd up even more at Anfield. By the way, there's been another goal in the other ties. Bayern Munich, have taken the lead against Atalanta on the night. It's 7-1 now in aggregate. Harry Kane from the penalty spot. From the penalty spot. Giving Bayern the lead on the night. 7-1 on aggregates. But as Allez, Allez, Allez is the song of choice, and the scarves swinging in the air at Anfield. A crowd that, really, you could say, chalk and cheese from Sunday afternoon. And they revel in this sort of atmosphere, Liverpool. Over the years, over the decades in this competition, this has been Liverpool's bread and butter. This is what they love to do. Big European nights, under the lights at Anfield. Big goals, big moments, top quality players. And number 8 in red has shone at this stage for many a year as the captain. They have a new number 8, worthy of said tackle. Here's Salah, chipping the goalkeeper. Check here, got there to stop him. Well, we got it back from a replay of the goal, and Liverpool were in again. And Mo Salah trying to chip Shaqiri. Shaqiri did just enough to deny Mo Salah on that occasion. They've got the bit between their teeth though now, Liverpool. As that header from the clearance from Shaqiri is headed out for a Liverpool throw. See it here, it's Bardakci heading it back towards his goalkeeper, and Salah on the end of it. Got very lucky there, Bardakci. Touched by Kerkes. Takes it down. But you gotta say though, Dominic Szoboszlai just scintillating this season. I mean, we talk about players having incredible solo seasons. I mean, Mo Salah shone brightest for Liverpool last season. He was one of the best players in the world last season. But Dominic Szoboszlai this season has taken up that mantle of being Liverpool's best player. And this season, his performances, his output has been beyond shining. Here is Ugo Ekitike breaking into the box, goes down. Referee makes no decision, says no on anything there. Crowd were certainly appealing. Now Galatasaray want to break away. Konate bundling his man over. No foul, said the referee, said it was a little soft. Barış Yilmaz, the one appealing for the free kick there. Wirtz. Ekitike. Back to Milos Kerkez. Just short of 30 minutes gone. Liverpool 1, Galatasaray 0 on the night. 1-1 on aggregate. So still Liverpool with the lead on the evening, but the tie still level. See this for Ekitike. Was he fouled? It's a little soft. Yeah, he was just closed out there. It's strong defending in my opinion. It's not a foul. Arne Slot was desperate. I mean, Arne Slot. He's doing his best Jurgen Klopp impression. That's Jurgen Klopp on the sideline there, screaming and cheering. Ekitike, oh, the ball will drop for Florian Wirtz, who couldn't convert. They'll get the corner, Liverpool. Somehow the deflection took it away, but my goodness, they're in again. And Ekitike running riot here, striding into the area. Poor defending, terrible clearing. And Wirtz's shot, somehow, so unfortunately for him, deflected up and over the crossbar off a defender. Could have been 2-0. Salah from the corner now. Liverpool all over Galatasaray here, but want to make it count. Swung to the back post by Salah. Van Dijk across, the header off the crossbar. I don't know what the referee's given. Corner delivered in by Salah. Van Dijk heads it back across goal, and Alexis McAllister inside the 6-yard box onto the crossbar. I think they were claiming a foul on the goalkeeper, are they? I think that's what the claim is, where the free kick was given, but confusing indeed. Right, let's tell you about a goal in North London. Because I said Spurs might not be down and out yet. They've taken the lead on the night against Atletico Madrid. Randall Colomwani has given them the on-the-night lead for Spurs. They still trail by 2 goals on aggregate, but it is Spurs 1, Atleti 0 on the night. 5-3 to Atleti on aggregate. But Spurs moving in the right direction when it comes to that opportunity, and an early goal in that game to keep them within a shout of a chance. Here is Wirtz, waited for his opportunity, lays it off. Szoboszlai again! Oh, caught it sweetly again, but a good save by Shakir denies Szoboszlai. I mean, it's so effortless looking. I mean, he makes it look so easy. Look at this. I mean, that's just beautiful. It's a good save by Shakir, but the strike from Dominic Szoboszlai, pure filth. Utter filth. And in a good way. Kerkez breaking down the left. Ekitike picks it up. Under a bit of pressure. Holds off his man well, finds Van Dijk. Now Gravenberg. Szoboszlai to Gravenberg. Gravenberg back to Szoboszlai. He has space and time now. Players lining up to get on the end of his pass. Szoboszlai will swing it out to the left. Ekitike tried, but he couldn't keep it in play there. Tried his best, just couldn't keep it in play. It looks like Victor Osimhen's going to have a early night tonight, because they're readying a substitute here, Galatasaray. Noah Lang is going to be coming on very shortly for Gala. "11 minutes of this first half to go. Liverpool 1, Galatasaray 0 on the night. Dominic Szoboszlai strike from the just inside the box from a corner. gives Liverpool the on-the-night lead and level on aggregate in the tie. Galatasaray with a rare attacking chance, and Szoboszlai doing the defensive duties. Puts it behind for the Galatasaray corner. Barış Yilmaz over along with Gabriel Sara over to take this corner. Yilmaz walks away, so will be Gabriel Sara to take the corner. Left-footed delivery, away by Kerkez at the near post. And Frimpong right on to chase to this ball. Lots of pressure on his man. And nicely guided back by Barış Yilmaz to his goalie in Shakir. Fires long, Van Dijk with the header. Vert's getting his body in the way there and came to a fouled Sacha Bowie there. And trying to battle for the ball there, the German, Florian Wirtz. Yeah, he just carried his momentum, just carried him into Sacha Bowie. It is a foul. And Liverpool have had 10 shots so far, 4 on target. Galatasaray have had 1 shot in this whole game. Here is Victor Osimhen though. Still on the field for the moment, but a heavy ball back to the edge of the area. Szoboszlai picks up, trying to feed Salah in behind, but Bardakci cut it away just in the nick of time. And Liverpool were able to retrieve. To say they've been quick to everything tonight so far, Liverpool. Van Dijk spins one out to the left for Ekitike to chase, but Bowie there in the way. And Ekitike trying to G up the crowd. Here's Milos Kerkez. Flicks it down the line to Wirtz, who does well to keep it in play. Gravenberg. Back to Van Dijk. Konate. Frimpong. Nice little 1-2 there with the Galatasaray player. Konate. Going to bypass it again. Feeds it in behind. Too heavy though for Salah, but nice idea. Just not linking it up there again, but doing the right things though so far, Liverpool, which is appeasing the home crowd. I'm sure they'll want them to, while they are on top, Liverpool, take full advantage. Try and get as much. That's beautiful from Ekitike. Gravenberg. McAllister under pressure, but riding those challenges well and try to play it to Salah, but it's a little bit late. Szoboszlai, body on the line to win it back and wins the free kick out of Barış Yilmaz. Fabulous again. Spurs pushing for more there in North London. They've been the better team so far in that game. Spurs 1, Atleti 0 on the night. 3-5 in Atleti's favour as it stands on aggregate, so still work to do, a lot of work for Igor Tudor's Spurs to do, but they've started in the right way. Kerkez and Wirtz trying to get the better of their man there in Roland Shalai. He goes down, wins a free kick there out of Milos Kerkez. He waves the finger saying no, disagreeing with the decision, but free kick it is. It's a little soft. I have to say, every time there's a tackle or a foul that goes against Liverpool, Arne Slot is the most animated figure on the sideline. I mean, he's befuddled as to why that was a free kick, and you got quite a few facial expressions out there. From the free kick, ball comes out to the left-hand side. Lamina linking it up with Gabriel Sara, but all the way through there. Chorrera down the left-hand side it comes. Barış Yilmaz trying to work it into the area. Whips the ball across, and Victor Osimhen at the back post. It was overhit, and he had headed it well wide of goal. First real opportunity though for Galatasaray on the night, and it was a half chance that really came to nothing. Van Dijk had it under control, it looked like. Liverpool on the press again and forcing Galatasaray into a mistake. Very nicely done. This is what this crowd have been missing from their team. That real relentless energy to fight for the ball and press as a team and suffocate opponents. Szoboszlai swinging it in behind, looking for Frimpong on the run. And, nicely defended by Jacobs. Behind and out for the throw down the right side. Gravenberg. The throw from Pong, trying to find Gravenberg first time, looking to cut it back there, the Dutchman, but well cut out by Galatasaray, who hook it away from their own defensive area. Konate wins his header. Couldn't keep it though, Liverpool. Konate wins his header again, and now they keep it. It's a Szoboszlai with a drop of the shoulder, finds Salah, breaks in behind his man Salah, and did well there to win the corner. Bardakci with the challenge, puts it behind for a Liverpool corner. Yeah, really nice play again by Liverpool. I have to say, they've been really strong as well so far tonight, Liverpool, in terms of their physical battles. They've been really kind of feisty, fiery. Another Liverpool corner, right hand side. Whipped deep by Salah. Van Dijk trying to head it back across goal, right on top of the goalkeeper. It's dropped. I think the referee's going to give a free kick for Czechia. I mean, I have to see a replay, but I don't know. No, I'm having none of it. I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it. I mean, the goalkeeper knew what he was doing there. Free kick it is, but it's a bit soft in my opinion. Check here. Good strong right boot behind that one, but Konate using his back this time to get something to the ball. McAllister finds Ekitike in space. Lovely little back here by Ekitike. Another great flick from him. And Szoboszlai going for the switch ball. Beautifully found to his full back there in Kerkez, who wins the throw in a difficult position. Last few minutes of the first half, Liverpool 1, Galatasaray 0, 1-1 on aggregates, so still work for Liverpool to do, despite it being a pretty positive first half. Konate waiting for the right option on the ball. Salah getting the better of his man. Little 1-2 with Ekitike, but cleared away by Jacobs. Ekitike and Frimpong wrestling to win the ball back. Ekitike wins it back. Reverses it back to Virgil van Dijk, who is the lone man at the back there for Liverpool. Szoboszlai. Ekitike. Time and space on the edge of the area. Back to Szoboszlai. Finding McAllister. Got the space, plays it out wide to Weerts. Weerts with the early cross, whipped over the head of Ekitike. Then half cleared by Galatasaray as Kerkez in the battle. Brought down by Weerts. Yeah, Liverpool winning it back high up. Time and time again. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Kerkez. Weerts. Nice play, but held on to by Soshabui there. Szoboszlai swinging it out to the right for Frimpong. Frimpong getting showing a little too much there of Barış Yilmaz, who dispossesses. Again, that long ball down the flanks from Galatasaray have been really non-existent in terms of threat so far. Van Dijk and Konate are lapping those opportunities up all day long. McAllister. Kerkez. Down the left it comes. Whips the ball in. It's deep. Chested down by Frimpong. It's some pace on it. Cleared away. Drops for Szoboszlai again. Shot was blocked. Szoboszlai battles. Wins the header. Frimpong's cross comes off. Salah goes behind for the goal kick. Beautiful ball in. Too much base on it for Salah to take any sort of control. It just kind of bounces off Salah from Frimpong's cross. But Szoboszlai does well there. Wins it back. Comes wide to Frimpong, who whips it in. Salah just doesn't have himself set right, ultimately. Bounces off the Egyptian behind for the goal kick, shall I say. Ooh. Big save there from Vicario to deny Atleti. 5 additional minutes at the end of the first half. Been a very stop-start first half, though, at times. A lot of injuries to Galatasaray players. Oh, Jakir. Let that one run a little bit. Certainly not the image of composure so far and confidence. The Galatasaray goalkeeper. Van Dijk steps in and chests the ball down. Callister veers, try to poke it through for Ekitike with a little nick there off a Galatasaray midfielder. Allows the Turkish side to retrieve, although only momentarily. The goalkeeper plays it straight out of play for a Liverpool throw. I have to say, it's Liverpool coming out of the traps really quickly, setting their intentions right from the off. Just kind of giving them that control of this first half, and they've really just dominated this first 45 completely. Kirkez with the throw down the left. Ekitike does well. Veert's looking for the switch ball. He's got Frimpong and Salah there. Frimpong carried a little wide, but he's got acres of space to break into. Frimpong goes to the edge of the box. Wrong option, but Szoboszlai wins it back. And went down. And he's given a penalty. Referee took a few seconds, shall I say, to make the decision. Decision is penalty. It looked a little bit peculiar, I gotta say that. But Szoboszlai went down. Referee waited a few seconds to make his decision. And he pointed to the spot. We'll see it again. Jacobs here. Oh, I don't think this is a penalty. Oh, well. I mean, he makes contact, but it said it looked a little peculiar. Szoboszlai definitely made the most of it. I'll tell you that. There is contact, but he made the most of it, Szoboszlai. But once again, Dominic Szoboszlai, the impact player. Check complete. Penalty stands. Liverpool with a penalty kick in additional time of the first half at Anfield to take a 2-goal lead in this tie. It is Mo Salah who stands over it. Szoboszlai wins it. Salah to take it at the Anfield Road end against Shaqiri. Mo Salah. The chance to take the lead in the tie for the very first time for Liverpool. And double their on the night lead. Salah against Shaqiri. Whistle goes from the referee. Salah. Saved by Shaqiri. Stopped. And Liverpool with the opportunity to double their lead. And Mo Salah. Oh, he kind of just keeps it central, Salah. And the keeper was diving out of the way. But he gets a foot to it. Does really well, Shaqiri. That's a really good save. But Salah, not the best of penalties. And that is a bit of a deflation. Alisson with the long ball. Katike with a flick on, but Sasha Boy able to play it back to his goalkeeper, who hooks it into the air. The bounce of the ball drops for Van Dijk, who finds a ball through with his head somehow. McAllister battling, wanted the foul, not given. Maybe a swing in the balance of this game here, because here come Galatasaray. Yilmaz, edge of the box. Roland Szoboszlai, hounded by McAllister. They keep the ball though. Jacobs with the delivery, the flick on header by Roland Szoboszlai is right down the throat of Allison. Ball over the top here. Liverpool take it down with Weerts. 3v3 here. Weerts. He's got, all players all over him. Rolls it through. Salah to try and tuck it home. Weerts well saved again by Shakir. Two great saves. Gravenberg's shot from range blocked. And found back to the goalkeeper. And that's going to end the first half. Well, Shakir has made some huge saves at the end of this first half to keep Galatasaray in this. Firstly, the Salah penalty that could have given Liverpool the on the night, or the aggregate lead for the first time in the tie. And then those two chances as well there. But it is Dominic Szoboszlai again that is putting Liverpool on his shoulders, and at the moment giving them a fighting chance to the quarter-finals. Half-time at Anfield. It's Liverpool 1, Galatasaray 0 on the night. 1-1 on aggregates. Sure, one last kick. This is going to be it. This is the moment. Vicario kicks this. And Liverpool are there. Liverpool are Premier League champions. And there it comes. Crystal Palace, for the very first time in their history, are FA Cup winners. Oh, he's found the net. Oh, what a goal. Kvaratskhelia is through, wants to add a fourth, and does so. Ahmad, oh my goodness me. That is absolutely unbelievable. Rice again. Oh! You thought he couldn't beat the first one. He's gone and battered it. Another whip ball in. The header is in by Virgil van Dijk. Incredible. to Champions League Live, second half at Anfield, on the way very shortly, where it is Liverpool 1, Galatasaray 0 at the break, 1-1 on aggregate, so still very much in the balance, this tie in the Champions League. Elsewhere it is very much not in the balance. In Munich, it is very much in Bayern Munich's favour. They lead by a goal to 0 on the night and are 7-1 up on aggregate after a 6-1 victory last week. Harry Kane's penalty is the difference between the two sides on the night. 7-1 in Bayern's favour. And Spurs are 1 up against Atletico Madrid at the break. Now, let's caveat this with a 5-2 deficit for Spurs from the first leg, so they still need to score 2 clear more goals, and lead and win by 3 clear goals to have a chance to go to extra time and possibly penalties. 4 clear goals to win the tie outright. They lead by a goal to 0. Randa Colomwani with the goal. They're going in the right direction, Spurs, but not there yet. But they are moving in the right direction in terms of a comeback. But here at Anfield, it is Liverpool who lead, and really probably could be leading by more. Dominic Szoboszlai's goal, the difference between the sides. Mo Salah having a penalty saved by Çakır, and a couple of big saves as well from Çakır from open play as well. So Liverpool have been dominant, but the scoreline doesn't quite reflect how dominant Liverpool have been in that first half. Just need to be clinical, and this game could be done and dusted, but they haven't been, which keeps Galatasaray within a chance. We'll talk about that more as the second half gets underway in a few minutes. But already, as we know, 5 of the teams in the last 8 of the Champions League in the quarter-finals. Sporting's 5-0 victory over Bodo Glimt overturned a 3-goal deficit from the first leg last week. So Sporting into the quarter-finals. Arsenal 2-0 winners against Bayer Leverkusen after their 1-1 draw from the first leg the week prior. Means Arsenal are through. Chelsea knocked out 3-0 defeat at home to Paris Saint-Germain on the night, and 8-2 on aggregate for them, so an embarrassing result ultimately for Chelsea, the only home team to not score in the Champions League this week. And PSG 8-2 winners on aggregate. Manchester City knocked out by Real Madrid, 2-1 winners on the night. Madrid 5-1 winners in the tie overall, so big result for Real Madrid, so they're into the quarters. And Barcelona thumping Newcastle in that second half. 4 goals in the second period against Newcastle after what was a topsy-turvy end-to-end first half of the second leg. 3-2 at half-time on the night. 7-2 it finished. 8-3 the aggregate score in the end between the two sides. So lots of action we've already seen in the Champions League round of 16 second legs, and a big second half to come in 3 more games at the moment. Let's have a look at the bracket then. So PSG will play the winners of our game we're watching, Galatasaray or Liverpool. Real Madrid will play the winners of Atalanta Bayern, but we'd expect that to be Bayern, who are 7-1 up on aggregate. So Real Madrid Bayern a quarter-final. Sporting Arsenal is a confirmed quarter-final fixture. And Barcelona will play the winners of Atletico Madrid or Spurs in the quarter-finals as well. Looking forward to those quarterfinals because they will be getting underway at the start of next month. Tuesday and Wednesday, the 7th and 8th of April for the first legs, and the 14th and 15th of April for the return legs of the Champions League quarterfinals. 16 become 8, and those sides looking to become 4 remaining teams in the semi-finals. So all a route to the big final at the end of May. The quarterfinals get underway on the 7th of April. And that is just a few weeks away. It's not too far away, but we've still a second half to come in 3 games to decide who will be joining the others in the quarterfinals. And Liverpool leading on the night, but it is still 1-1 on aggregates as we await the second half getting underway at Anfield. Liverpool dominating the first half, and Liverpool having to deal with a change for Galatasaray to come. They've made a half-time substitution, by the way, Gala. So Victor Osimhen is off, and he's been replaced by Leroy Sané, and Sacha Boey has also been replaced by Noah Lang. So a double substitution at half-time for Galatasaray, who've been second best in the game tonight, and they want to get themselves right back into the mix here at Anfield. Big goal in North London, but not one in the way of Spurs, who will be very disheartened by this. A leveller for Atletico Madrid, which restores the Spanish side's 3-goal lead on aggregate. Julian Alvarez, who scored 2 past Spurs last week, he has got his opener this evening and has levelled the game at Spurs 1, Atleti 1 on the night. 6-3 to Atletico Madrid on aggregates. They are checking it though, VAR. But the 2 substitutions for Galatasaray though, Noah Lang and Leroy Sané, obviously did very little in terms of their attacking play in that first half. Galatasaray, very little threat towards Liverpool defensively. Just the 3 shots in the whole of the first half, just the 1 on target. Compare that to Liverpool's 15 shots, 8 on target, so very much lacking in the attacking areas. But here's Barış Yilmaz looking for the run of Sané, and Kirkez did really well. Van Dijk clears it away, but Kirkez 1v1 against Leroy Sané. Did well to block him. Stop the ball from getting to the former Manchester City player and former Bayern Munich player as well, Leroy Sané. Liverpool will know they're very much still in a tie. With the on-the-night lead, they only have a level aggregate scoreline. We need to win by 2 clear goals tonight, Liverpool, to win the tie outright. Anything of a 1-goal margin in their favour would be extra time, possibly then penalties for Liverpool. Barış Yilmaz. All in behind Konate. Frimpong in a tussle with Lang. Frimpong again battling Lang, but Lang holds on to the ball. They'll give it a good fight in the second half, Galatasaray. They're still very much in this game. And that will be the worry that Liverpool will have to feel. But that's well done by Gravenberch. Finds Ekitike. Now McAllister. Finds it to Weerts, who rolls it through for Ekitike. Fires across. Good save by Shaqiri. He got his hands in the way to stop Ugo Ekitike's effort. Yeah, it wasn't too far away from rifling into the top net. But Ekitike wins it back. A little heavy on the pass though to McAllister. Dispossesses Liverpool. And confirmation that that Atleti equaliser did stand. So 8 goals in 11 games for Julian Alvarez in the Champions League this season. And he has a very all-important leveller for Atleti on the night to restore their 3-goal advantage on aggregate. So it looks like they are sailing their way to the quarter-finals, as are Bayern Munich. But this one very much still in the balance here at Anfield. The argument should be that it probably shouldn't be in the balance in terms of the way Liverpool played and how well Liverpool played in that first half. It's Konate fouled by Barış Yilmaz. Not happy with that decision, Yilmaz, but referee give the free kick. I have to say, the Galatasaray head coach wearing a scarf, it's unique. It's a unique fashion choice for a head coach. McAllister picks up a nice ball, finds Ekitike, who's drifting in behind, feeds it in for Salah! Good stop by Shaqiri again, but good play by McAllister. Ekitike, his movement is so nice that it just drags players out of positions and leaves little gaps, and he poked a good ball through there for Salah, but just couldn't get a shot off quick enough there, Mo Salah. And Shaqiri, who's been the better of Salah all night, got the better of him there again. Liverpool pressing Galatasaray into their own half as Kirkez running all the way with Leroy Sané. And wide it comes to Jacobs. Now Lang trying to return the favour to the full-back, but Frimpong should and does have that one covered. He gets the free kick anyway there, Jeremy Frimpong. Now, Galatasaray have won just one of the last 12 away games against English teams in all competitions, winning 3-2 at Man United in October 2023. Remember, they don't need to win tonight. They just need a draw out of this game, Galatasaray, as a bare minimum to progress. They've drawn 3 of their last 11 away games against English opponents. Szoboszlai, nice ball, finds McAllister, nice Salah back post, Ekitike! There is the second, beautifully created and guided into the net by Ugo Ekitike. Liverpool have their seconds, and Liverpool have an aggregate lead in the tie for the very first time in the tie. Liverpool 2, Galatasaray 0. 2-1 to Liverpool on aggregates, and that was wonderfully created, and Ugo Ekitike jolly on the spot to finish, and that was a gorgeous team goal for Liverpool. Jamie Carragher said they're like a team of individuals. Well, they played like a team with clear cohesion in that build-up. Lovely play, Salah holds his run. Great ball by McAllister, and Salah sees the run of Ekitike at the back post, and Ekitike knows the ball is coming, readies himself and fires it past Çakır to double Liverpool's lead on the night and to give them an aggregate lead in the tie for the very first time. And that is surely justice for how well and how dominant Liverpool have been in this game tonight. And they deserved a second. And the number 22 gives them number 2 on the night. And now Liverpool want to kick on for more. Lovely play by Gravenberch. Laid off to Weerts, who flicks it in behind Salah! Good shot! Gravenberch fires it in. 3-0. Liverpool are running riot now, and Galatasaray are just passengers in this show. They're watching as Liverpool sail their way past their Turkish opponents and are firing in for fun now. Liverpool 3, Galatasaray 0. 2-goal aggregate lead in the tie now, and Ryan Gravenberch the one to do it. Again, silky football in the build-up. Weerts here with a little flick. Salah's onside, he's played onside, fires it at Çakır, who parries it away, but it drops for Ryan Gravenberch. Great strike by Salah, good save, but it's parried out into the path of Gravenberch, who sweeps around it. It bounces up off the turf and into the back of the net for a third for Liverpool. And that is the daylight they needed. And Ryan Gravenberch gives them a second goal in as many minutes in this second half. And the target clear for Liverpool to kick on from their first half performance in this second half. Well, they have kicked on. And within 8 minutes of the second half, they now have a 2-goal cushion in the aggregate score. And a comfortable lead now on the night. And now Galatasaray have a mountain to climb. And this crowd loving their team's performance tonight, which has been quite impeccable at times. They're breaking onto the ball again. Kerkez to Salah, chops in field. Salah just tackled at the last second. They're all over Galatasaray, Liverpool. And now they are putting them to the sword. Salah, Szoboszlai, giving away a little cheaply, just ahead of Weerts there. That ball across as Lang clears. Wobbling ball drops for Van Dijk. Lots of goals to tell you about. I haven't been able to tell you about the other goals and the other games at the moment. Spurs are back in front against Atletico Madrid. So it is Spurs 2, Atleti 1 on the night. 4-6 in Atleti's favour on aggregate, so still within a chance. So here come Liverpool again. Frimpong across, drops it, it's gone in. It's an own goal, 4-0. And if this tie wasn't over a few minutes ago, it surely is now. 4 on the night. Liverpool lead by 3 on aggregates. The quarter-finals await, and Liverpool are going to make it past the round of 16 under Arne Slot. See it here, Szoboszlai. Fates just about keeps on to it. Frimpong, is he offside? Oh, is he just leaning offside? Frimpong there. Fires it across, the deflection off the defender, takes it in, but this might be disallowed. I think it just looks offside. Frimpong. And the decision is no goal. So offside was the call. And I think you could see from the replay he was offside. But I have to say, Liverpool are absolutely pummeling Galatasaray right now. There's still 30-odd minutes to go with this game. And if Liverpool continue in the same vein that they're playing now, look at this. Galatasaray gifting the ball back. Salah wrestling with his man. Bardakci just comes out on top that time, but Salah keeps the pressure on. The ball comes through to Konate. Now Wirtz. Galatasaray hanging on. I don't know what they're hanging on for, but they're hanging on. As Liverpool are tearing them to pieces now. McAllister, Wirtz, Frimpong, Szoboszlai. Again, sharp, quick, really incisive passes from Liverpool. Here is Ekitike on the left. Kirk on the inside as Szoboszlai clears it behind and out for the throw. Right, I can tell you what's been happening elsewhere. So Spurs are back in front against Atletico. 2-1 on the night, 4-6 in Atleti's favour. Spurs on the push for another. They were just a good save away from making it 3-1. And it's 3-0 to Bayern Munich. They've scored 2 goals since we last updated you on their game. They are well through. They're 9-1 aggregate leaders now. Harry Kane with his second of the night, and Leonard Carl making it 3. Salah has it here for Liverpool. And the flag's gone up against Mo Salah there. So it's all happening around the grounds at the minute. And we see this. Dragashin's header comfortably saved by the goalkeeper. But Spurs, I have to say, are giving it a real good go against Atleti. They're really trying their hardest. Our Tottenham Hotspur to conjure up a great comeback. Xavi Simons gave them the lead again. Archie with the assist. Just 5 minutes after Julian Alvarez levelled for Atleti on the night. So Spurs back in front. And you never know. Swings and roundabouts though in football. A stadium that was rising with boos on Sunday afternoon after the 1-1 draw with Spurs. But I mean, it's an incredible atmosphere inside Anfield at the minute. They are adoring this performance from their team so far, Liverpool. These Liverpool fans, as I said earlier this evening, it's a unique situation that they're the only set of fans in the stadium tonight. No away fans. Kirkes, a little bit loose there. Konate in a wrestle. And it's actually going to be a foul given against Ibrahima Konate there. Substitution here for Galatasaray. He made a double change, by the way, at half time, if you remember. Lucas Torreira is going to be coming off now for Galatasaray. And Yunus Akgün is going to be coming on. They've got nothing to lose now, Galatasaray. They need to go all out for this. 30 minutes to go at the hour mark. 3-1 down at Anfield, and remember, they need a draw on the night to go through automatically. They can lose by 1 goal and still go to extra time, Galatasaray. Well, Salah. Wirtz, now Szoboszlai. Edging up for another chance. Szoboszlai with the left foot. Struck it. And caught by Czechir. Well, it looks like it will be another rematch between Liverpool and PSG as it stands. One way to go until the final whistle, but Liverpool rightfully feeling confident. Here's Ugo Ekitike breaking forward, skipping away from challenges. Couldn't find the ball to Florian Wirtz, but again, wonderfully won back. Right on the front foot once more. Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Salah. Salah into the box. Little 1-2. Salah! Fabulous goal. Czechir's not going to stop that one. Mo Salah take a bye. Beautiful goal. 4-0. And that is absolutely incredible from Mo Salah. Czechir has been a thorn in his side all night, that goalkeeper. And the only way to stop him is to put one into the net that no goalkeeper is going to stop. An absolute Salah master finish. Beautiful goal. Checking for another offside here. Oh, it's another close one. Oh, it'll be a shame to rule this one out. It would be a real shame. It's a great goal. Oh, gorgeous from Salah. Absolutely gorgeous. Fabulous goal. That is an incredible goal. Beautiful from Salah. Swung it to the far corner. An absolute curler. Crowd loving it. And that is another Salah beauty, of which there are many. And look at Steven Gerrard. Watches on. One club hero watches another in red. And Liverpool have a fourth. It is being confirmed. And this is now just how many for Liverpool really at this stage. Quarterfinals beckoning. And a date in the diary with Paris Saint-Germain to come. And revenge, I'm sure, on the minds a lot of those Liverpool players who last season felt the heartache of knocked out of the Champions League by PSG in the round of 16. Well, that will be the date and the fixture for the quarterfinals for Liverpool. Ekitike, Salah, McAllister, Szoboszlai. Here is Salah. Wirtz. Well, we've already seen one home team absolutely run riot in our earlier fixture. Barca putting 7 past Newcastle. Liverpool 4-0 up here. Having fun with it at the minute. Salah trying to play midfield all of a sudden. Mo Salah. Look at this again. Kerkez wins it back. Ekitike has the time. He's going to lay it in for Wirtz. Wirtz trying the cross. Blocked at the near post. Will be a corner. More applause from the Anfield crowd. And Salah will come over to take this, and rightfully applauded by the Cop end. And I'm sure there's one or two more that want to get in the goal scoring action. 4 different scorers for Liverpool tonight. Szoboszlai, Ekitike, Gravenberch and Salah. Salah to deliver. Headed away at the near posts. Picked up by Frimpong. One for the curler. A little short to the edge of the box. Oh, McAllister. Or Wirtz, sorry, there. A little bit loose. Here's Leroy Sané. Isolated in the middle. He's broke away from Gravenberch's pressure. And a rare foray of forward here for Galatasaray, who've really had much to attack. Much time to attack in this game as a whole. Yet to have a shot in the whole of the second half. Just 3 shots on the night. Liverpool have had 22 shots. 14 shots on target. I mean, it's been a demolition job of Galatasaray's defence tonight. Noah Lang seen out there by Jeremy Frimpong. Strong defending there by the Liverpool right back. I mean, 14 shots on target out of 22 shots is incredible. Liverpool going to make their first change of the night. It's going to see Jeremy Frimpong replaced by Curtis Jones. And Jeremy Frimpong applauded as he leaves the field. And Curtis Jones, a welcome reception for the Scouser. Gravenberch drifting into the middle. Trying to unleash a ball over the top here for Ekitike to chase. It's 1-2 chase. Ekitike, lovely first touch. Bricks in behind. Ekitike cuts it back. Salah! Crossbar. Jesus. That would have been one hell of a goal. Jones, effortless. Finds Szoboszlai. Having fun here, Liverpool. Salah doing turns and spins in the box. Fires it back. Good save, Shaqiri. Ekitike over the crossbar. Goodness me. Could be 5, 6, 7, 8 here for Liverpool. All over Galatasaray. And the many chances. I mean, they're enjoying themselves now. Szoboszlai to Salah. Salah cuts it back. McAllister's shot is saved. Bounces back out to Ekitike, who heads it towards goal and just over the crossbar. Wow. I mean, Shaqiri has kept this from being an embarrassing scoreline. You have to say. I mean, for the keeper to be the best player and he still conceded 4 goals. Shows how many chances Liverpool have had tonight. XG of 3.62 from 23 shots. It's probably more by now, the many shots they've had in the last minute or so. Konate. Nice ball to find Szoboszlai. Runners again, but Weerts, Gravenberch spinning away from his man, blocked as he broke to the back line. Kerkez, Szoboszlai, now Weerts, now McAllister. He wants to hit one from range. Just wide there from Alexis McAllister, but if there's ever a time to try things like that, it's when you're 4-0 up. Speaking of 4-0 up, it's now 4-0 to Bayern Munich on the night. They are 10-1 up on aggregate. They've just scored their 4th, so they are also pummeling their opponent with a crazy double figures amount of goals in the aggregate scoreline there. An incredible result there for Bayern Munich. And we always knew it was going to be a real tough one for Atalanta tonight to keep the score down against Bayern, who put 6 past Atalanta last week away from home, and they've put 4 past them tonight. I have to say, in terms of goals, the Champions League round of 16, the aggregate scores have been absolutely incredible. I mean, Sporting and Bodo Glimt 5-3 in aggregate. Arsenal 3-1 on aggregate. Chelsea PSG 8-2 on aggregate. 5-1 in the Real Madrid City game. 8-3 in Barcelona Newcastle. 10-1 in Bayern Atalanta. 6-4 in Spurs Atletico. And 4-1 here between Liverpool and Galatasaray. I mean, we've been spoilt for goals over the 2 legs of these round of 16 ties. Incredible. Oh, Salah bricks in behind his fullback, and referee gave the foul. Assistant had a good view of it and said no, but referee had a different view. See it here. Oh, he's lucky. He's very lucky, that defender. Jacobs is very lucky. Salah makes very little contact there. I think he's very lucky to get away with that. Maybe the referee felt a bit sorry for him, because I don't think that was a foul. Less than 20 minutes to go at Anfield, and they don't want this to stop. Sometimes this season, Liverpool fans will say it's been a bit of a struggle to watch their team play below par football, but tonight they've shone bright. Liverpool lit up the pitch and have created so many chances. Yilmaz's cross headed behind by Curtis Jones, who wanted to take no risks. Sensible considering the situation as he was under pressure. Corner to Galatasaray. Only their second corner of the game for Galatasaray, and a rare foray forward. Yet to have their first shot of the second half. Noah Lang will take this corner. Whips it in. Alisson punches clear. No. Shot that wasn't really a shot. Came to nothing. Cleared away. Picked up again though by Galatasaray. Here's Lang. Blocked there by Curtis Jones. Picked up by Lang again, and will continue to whip those crosses. Decent cross. No one to get on the end of it though. Goal kick. And going to see another Galatasaray change. Bardakci's going to be making way. And Eren El-Mali is on to replace him. Another goal in North London. Now Spurs, we know, have a real tough job on their hands. They need to win by 3 clear goals on the night to get it to extra time. Well, it's gone against them. Atleti have levelled again. It's 2-2, and that should surely settle that one. David Hansko set up by Julian Alvarez this time from the corner, and David Hansko with the flick-on header at the front post, and it is 2-2, and that will surely put an end to the tale for Spurs here this evening. And it looks like only 2 English teams will be heading through to the quarter-finals, Liverpool and Arsenal. Mo Salah, his crowning moment, that 4th goal, a beautifully taken goal by Mo Salah, and applauded by the crowd as he's replaced by Cody Gakpo. Salah straight down the tunnel. Well, I have to say, we have got 4 great quarter-final ties on our hands. I'll tell you, some great games to look forward to in April. Liverpool will take on PSG. Arsenal will take on Sporting. Bayern Munich will play Real Madrid. And Barcelona will play Atletico Madrid. I mean, fabulous. Absolutely fabulous stuff. .15 minutes to go here at Anfield. Liverpool 4, Galatasaray 0. 4-1 to Liverpool on aggregates. Ball out to the left. Here's Lang. Again, it's been a good threat for Galatasaray. I mean, minimal threat. but he's been the one trying to do things, and on that occasion unable to do so. And he's gone down here. Has he hurt his hand? I don't actually know what's happened there. He's gone down. Real pain there, Noah Lang. Is there blood there? Is there... Oh... He's hurt his hand on the advertising board, but... Looks like there's blood. Yeah. He'll receive some treatment. And even Alisson and Virgil van Dijk there to console the player, who looks in real pain at the moment there. Now it looks like 2 English teams will survive out of the 6 that entered the round of 16. Newcastle dumped out. Manchester City dumped out. Chelsea dumped out. Looks like Spurs are going to be dumped out as well. And I mean, it's quite contrasting the fact that Liverpool and Arsenal will be the only 2 English teams to go through. Both will, as it stands, have only conceded 1 goal over 2 legs. The other teams will have conceded. Chelsea would have conceded 8 over 2 legs. Man City would have conceded 5 over 2 legs. Newcastle conceded 8 over 2 legs, and Spurs conceded 7 over 2 legs. I mean, that's really, really stark. Albeit Liverpool and Arsenal in ties they probably should have won. No disrespect to their teams, but at the same time, that's a real damaging kind of look to some of the English teams at how many goals they've conceded. By the way, Noah Lang is still in, has a whole crowd of people around him. They've got the stretcher out and everything. It looks really bad, this. From something quite innocuous to something that's turned out to be quite bad for them. And looks like Mauro Icardi is going to be coming on for Noah Lang, so he's not able to continue. Lang. And still some real concern over Noah Lang, but hopefully all is well. They all still look concerned, the players down there, even the Liverpool players. Virgil van Dijk's still on the scene. We have a look back at the Liverpool goal. Szoboszlai's strike that got the game underway. An absolute incredible goal. Salah's ball across to find Ekitike for the second. He tucked it home. And the third. Ryan Gravenberch after the Salah shot. Gravenberch was there to fire it in. And then Salah with the... it's a contender along with Szoboszlai for goal of the night, but absolutely beautiful from Salah. Gorgeous. And actually, I want to calculate how many goals we've seen in the round of 16, because it's been a really enjoyable round. I'm doing a bit of maths at the moment, hold on. We've had 66 goals as it stands across the 2 legs of the round of 16 ties. 4 of those ties have had double figure goals over the 2 legs. 3 of them with 11 goals. The lowest scoring tie was Arsenal against Leverkusen with 4 goals. R1 has 5 goals, and Sporting against Bodo Glimt had 8 goals. Every other tie, the other one that had 6 goals was Man City, Real Madrid. But 4, I mean, that's incredible. 4 of the 8 ties have had double-figure goals in them. Incredible. Considering the fact that the Champions League record for goals in a single knockout tie is 13 goals. We've had 3 games with 11 goals across the ties in the round of 16. They're very close to that record. I mean, incredible. Well, Noah Lang, as I said, is still receiving treatment, and they're making sure that they take as much precaution as they possibly can here with Noah Lang. It's something to do with his finger, but I'm not actually sure what has happened, but it's something to do with when he collided with the advertising boards. And we get back underway. Noah Lang on the stretcher, and will be helped down the tunnel and receive some medical treatment out of the way of the action. Here's Szoboszlai. Kerkez. Liverpool are not finished yet, they feel. Here's Ekitike. Finds it to Kerkez. Blocked. Will be a corner. Well, you wouldn't think Liverpool want to conserve any energy. They play on Saturday lunchtime. Head to Brighton before they have the international break. And there's Noah Lang stretchered off. The applause from the home crowd, which is nice to see. A nice touch. Applause as Dominic Szoboszlai comes over to take this corner at the other end of the field here at the Kop end. Right footed delivery by Szoboszlai. It was Konate. It was in the mix with a goalkeeper, and I think the referee's given a foul against the Liverpool players there. Van Dijk and Konate battling there. Gakpo on the press again. Szoboszlai battling. Will be a Galatasaray throw. Here's Barış Yilmaz. Heavy touch allows Curtis Jones to win it back. He's under a lot of pressure, but he does well, Jones, to evade the pressure and the tackles. Oh, back to Alisson. Oh. Who gets rid of it? The ball drops back into the path of Konate here. And we have a lengthy added time at the end of this game, of course, due to that Noah Lang injury. Here is Szoboszlai. Oh, little slip there from Kerkez, but he kept himself on his feet just about. Into the box it goes, and towards Ekitike, but cleared away. McAllister. Gravenberg. Jones down the right to Weerts. Jones again. Jones backed away to Alisson. Now Virgil van Dijk. 6 minutes of normal time to go, plus whatever the additional time may be. Van Dijk to Gakpo. Gakpo having a run here. Finds Ekitike. Spins into a bit of space. Finds Weerts. Weerts back to Ekitike. Flicks it through, trying to find Szoboszlai, but cut out well as Weerts picks it back up. Finds Kerkez. Fires it across, rolling through. And a bit of a deflection that bounces away from Gakpo and into the hands of Çakır. Yeah, see it here. Weerts with a lovely ball on Kerkez. It's a little bit flat, the cross. Dragged back a little bit rather than fired across goal. Bit low. A bit flat there from Kerkez, but could have worked out for Liverpool if the bounce had gone a little bit more, fortunately. Here's Gakpo. Liverpool just in the mood to just keep adding more goals. A goal in the game in Munich. Nothing more than a consolation, but Atalanta have got a goal on the night. So they've got one back. Albeit long way back. They're still 8 goals down on aggregate 10-2 Lazar Samardzic with the goal has given Atalanta a goal to at least celebrate, but in strange circumstances 10-2 down on aggregate there. And they're on to try and equal the record. One more goal in that game and it would equal the record of 13 goals in a single Champions League knockout tie. I'm sticking to that because I love it. What an enjoyable day. What an enjoyable afternoon or evening of action in the Champions League. Treated to 9 goals in the early game and then 4 goals in each of the 3 late games. Now 5 in that Bayern Munich game. As I said, 4-1. As Liverpool ready some more substitutions. Looks like it's going to be Chiesa, Nioni and Ungamoa coming on. Ekitike to find Szoboszlai, carried a little wide. Now McAllister lays it off to Wirtz. Wirtz to Ekitike! Off targets. Well, Mo Salah hit a milestone tonight. 50 Champions League goals for Liverpool for Mo Salah. Extending his record, of course, and he holds. And triple substitution then coming for Liverpool. Ungamoa, Nioni and Chiesa. Gravenberg finds it to Ekitike. Szoboszlai was challenged. That will be a corner. Eren El-Mali with the defending. Corner it will be. We have a penalty at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah, Ekitike is onside there. Szoboszlai with the opportunity. Yeah, it is a penalty to Spurs. Speaking of consolations, it could be just a late consolation for Spurs. It's still a very tall order. Still need 3 goals. So, let's tell you about the Liverpool subs first. Ekitike, he's going to be replaced by Federico Chiesa. Trey Nioni is going to be replacing Ryan Gravenberg. And Florian Wirtz is going to be replaced by Rio Ungamoa. So, Nioni, Ungamoa and Chiesa all replacing Ekitike, Wirtz and Gravenberg. Spurs have scored their penalty, so 3-2 on the night. 5-7 on aggregate. I mean, mental, what we've just seen. Mental. I mean, you never know. But they need 2 goals in very quick succession. 2 more goals in very quick succession to try their very hardest to stay in the competition, Spurs. Rio Ungamoa, surely the loudest cheer of all when he enters the fray. Started in the league game against Spurs of the weekend. It was one of the few positives Liverpool got out of the game at the weekends. It's his performance. Corner to Liverpool, right-footed delivery. Deep. Oh, Van Dijk! Bobbled and over the line. McAllister, I think it's not going to be allowed. Referees disallowed it. I mean, it looked crazy the way it happened. It's just, I mean, old clattering of players and it just drops into the net. Van Dijk. That's not a foul. That is not a foul. It's, I mean, what on earth? The goalkeeper's nowhere near. Van Dijk standing in front of him. That's not a foul. No. That should be a goal. VAR should rectify this. I don't think they will, but they should. I mean, it's just not a foul on the goalkeeper. Really poor. Check complete. No goal. Shocking. I mean, that should be a goal. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, what are we doing? I mean, the 5th goal makes no difference to me, but it just really frustrates me how protected goalkeepers are sometimes when they literally are not fouled. Really not fouled at all. 6 added minutes, which is probably a little less than we were expecting, to be fair. Noah Lang was down for quite a few minutes receiving treatment before he was stretchered away. And with everything that's happened, goals, substitutions, everything that's come with it, Spurs are really giving it a good push there in North London. With 5 minutes added, they played 2.5, so they need a miracle galore here, Spurs, but they're giving it a good go. I mean, you never know. Anything's possible. Keeping an eye on that Spurs game. They're all over Atleti here. They want another penalty, Spurs. No, that's not a penalty. Jones to take this Liverpool throw. So Szoboszlai flicks it in behind the defence right away from the throw-in as Gakpo pressuring. That's going to be a foul. Pushed over his man there. Alexis McAllister, actually, it was. It's a foul. Right. Yes, corner to Spurs here. Left-hand side. Oh. Fabulous challenge by Jed Spence. Julian Alvarez was away there for Atleti. Xavi Simon's running through the team there, but unable to keep a hold of it. Giving it a try, Spurs, but too little too late, really. Chiesa lays it off to Rio Ungamoa. Lovely ball, finds Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai wants another. Shot wide of the left post. I have to say, Szoboszlai, no doubt about it, runs himself into the ground every single game he plays for Liverpool. It's not just the way his skill and his quality, it's his effort, his desire to continue running for every single ball and to run to the final whistle. Just an all-round incredible player and doing an incredible job, and without a shadow of a doubt, Liverpool's best player this season. All over at the Allianz Arena in Munich. Bayern Munich have won by 4-1 on the night, 10-2 on aggregate there. So that means Bayern are through and they're into the quarterfinals. They will play Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. A really exciting tie to look forward to when that comes around. And that's a battle on the horizon for possibly Liverpool or PSG. Because Liverpool will go through here tonight. They will play PSG in the quarterfinals, and the winners of that tie will play the winners of Real Madrid Bayern Munich in the semi-finals. The blockbuster side of the draw, that one. Lovely from Trey Nyoni there to get that ball out to Dominic Szoboszlai. 2 minutes of the 6 added to go. Here's Rio Ungamoa told to shoot by the crowd. I think it's a little far out. So Ungamoa plays it on to Chiesa. Shot blocked. Ungamoa will pick it up on the left. All over in North London. Spurs win on the night, but beaten on aggregate by 7-5. 7-5 on aggregate, I think it was. It was. Here is Chiesa. Down the left. Chops onto his right foot. Tries to link it up with Ungamoa, but just skipped away from the youngster. And cleared away by Galatasaray. Last minute or so of this game. And Liverpool have been by far the better team. 30 shots. 15 on target. An XG of 4.9. 62% possession. 8 big chances. And this is the funny part. They've had 8 big chances, Liverpool. They've missed 7 of them, according to the stats. So if they'd taken all the big chances, it would be 11-0. I mean, that's not realistic, but you know what I mean. That's how many chances Liverpool have created. Here's Rio and Gamoa. This little dribbles, finds McAllister, deflection. Oh, took it up into the hands of the goalie there. Beautiful there from Chiesa. Finds Rio and Gamoa. Trying to get a shooting chance. Felt he was fouled there. The referee said no. Last few seconds of the game. As Galatasaray clear it away. Barış Yilmaz. Can't see it in play. Throw in it will be. Surely that will be the final whistle. And it is indeed. Liverpool through to the quarter-finals. 4-0 winners on the night. A dominant Liverpool display. And the Liver Bird will continue flying high in the Champions League this season. Galatasaray beaten. Albeit they gave Liverpool a good test in the 2 away games, but when they come to Anfield, it's a different story. And Liverpool tonight were absolutely untouchable for a lot of this game. They were by far and away the better team, and probably by far the only team that showed up tonight. Galatasaray really weren't given any sort of a sniff. Liverpool were dominant from the very first whistle to the very last. And that is exactly the performance that those fans want to see. Far from boos around Anfield at the final whistle, just 3 days after there were on Sunday. Szoboszlai, as he's done all season, lit it up from the start. He got the opener. Into the second half, Ugo Ekitike made it 2 for Mo Salah's cross. Ryan Gravenberch was the right man in the right place to make it 3-0. And then Mo Salah, with his 50th Champions League goal for Liverpool, made it 4 with an absolute screamer. Liverpool through to the quarter-finals. 4-1 on aggregate, 4-0 winners on the night. Arne Slot's Reds dominant at Anfield. And a round of applause is what meets the Liverpool players at the final whistle tonight. And they are through to the last 8, and they will play Paris Saint-Germain. And I'm sure revenge will be on the minds of Arne Slot and some of those players who felt the pain of going out of this competition to those opponents last season. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been an incredible night of action in the Champions League. Full of drama, full of goals, and lots of enjoyment. And let's just tell you what the bracket looks like then. So it's not completely updated, but let's show you. PSG take on Liverpool in the quarterfinals. Real Madrid will face Bayern Munich. It will be Barcelona Atletico and Sporting against Arsenal. And all of those quarterfinals will take place across the midweeks of the 7th and 8th and the 14th and 15th of April. And we will be here on Tuesday the 7th of April for all of the first legs to see who will be booking their places into the semi-finals of this season's competition. We roll on, and in Liverpool against PSG will be one of the highlighted ties, I'm sure, for the quarter-finals. Lots of goals, though, from all of our games in the Champions League today. An incredible night of action. And thank you very much for your company. We'll be back for more Champions League football in a few weeks' time. And lots more to come when the Premier League returns as well. We'll have that at the weekend. But thanks for your company. And we'll see you again soon. Night-night.